I consider right now the church's best opportunity that we have probably had since Martin Luther to be reshaped into the kind of church that God has called us to be. Our foundation is secure, but boy, the bolts are pretty loose. And there's a new generation of designers and builders who stand at the ready. The only question that this entrepreneurial spirit with this new generation forces us to reckon with is this question: just how much of what we have learned to call church are we willing to let go of in order to follow Jesus? There are dozens of reasons right now that churches are clamoring to get on board to this movement, but a lot of those reasons are defensive. A lot of big ideas will not save the church. Only Jesus Christ saves the church. But at the end of the day, there's only one reason to become a social entrepreneur, and that's out of love. Do it for love or don't do it.
Love enables us to take courageous actions. But my proposal is that we remember that love also enables us to engage in courageous conversations. As we put our heads together to think about missional entrepreneurship, it's important that we remember our holistic calling involving words and deeds.
Young people don't want to lead an outdated form of church that worked for another generation. They aspire to be like those that have gone before them, to be the church for today's people and today's questions. So churches are faced with a choice. Give them the keys to the SUV for 50 bikes, or keep the SUV and promise them they can ride shotgun and be in charge of the music. To the latter, millennials will answer, thanks, we'll walk.
The church as you know it is calibrated for a world that no longer exists. It's designed to meet needs of people who are now asking different questions.
Adolescents and emerging adults are not simply new, sharp, shiny tools to be celebrated and appreciated for their utility. They are developing persons in transition. I believe it is the church's job to both nurture and empower.
And I think something that has to do with that in our culture is not just enabling young people to be their unique self, their strong individual, but also understanding how they relate to the greater world.
They're mixing things that aren't supposed to fit together. Things that we have said are in separate categories, are in separate worlds, are in separate realities, and they're saying, what if?